Boom, 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 boom. I don't know if y'all can see me. It'll be all right. We just hanging. Hello, everybody. Whoever comes on, I'm just chilling. My light's down. I guess I should have did it differently, but it's okay. It's evening, and we chilling. Chilling. I'm gonna wipe that off. We chilling. It's evening. I'm a little dark. Hey, Kathy, you see me okay? Can you hear me and see me okay? Boom, 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 boom. All right, what you up to? It's a little chilly here in Arizona. It was warm today, and then all of a sudden it got kind of chilly. I'm in the room. I decided to. I should have put the heat on, but that's okay. I'll do it later. Right now, I'm just chilling. I was like, I'll check in, see what y'all up to. What you doing, and how is Dallas? You in Texas, right? I think you said Dallas. Am I right? Because I know I had another Kathy on here. Oh yeah, y'all right in the middle of that cold front. Yeah. No, it's here in Arizona, it was like, I don't know what it was. It felt like it was almost 70 today. It was kind of warm. Yesterday it started out in the 50s and it hit the 70s. And in the evening, all of a sudden, we've been getting a lot of wind and then it gets cold. It's really weird. I don't know if anybody else gonna be up. What you up to? I got on here kind of late. You guys don't have snow and stuff, do you? Eating popcorn. I got a craving for sweets. I ain't gonna lie. Let me see who's singing me song. Oh, Linda, I told Linda I got a craving for pizza. But I think we're gonna go tomorrow. I'm gonna go tomorrow. Hold on. I'm telling her I'm going tomorrow. We did African today. There's a place over here. Um, it's not too far from my house called West Hut. And it's I think they said Ghana and Nigerian. So I've done Ethiopian, which I like Ethiopian African food. But this one was they have a plate called a West Hut, which is this chicken with a salad, and then they have you can get it in three different ways. I don't have pictures. Hold on, do I have pictures? Hold on, let me see. I might have pictures. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Let's see if I got a picture of it. Give me a second. Okay, here's a picture. This is a picture of it, if y'all can see it. I don't know if y'all can see that. So that's the West Hut. I don't know if you can see at the bottom. Let's see if I turn it that way. Turn. See it turned? See at the bottom? That right there, the white stuff is fufu. And that's almost like a stew. What's up, PJ? And that's a stew, and it's called a West Hut. So if you do it with the fufu, they do it as a stew. But if you don't, oh, and this is my favorite. That right there is the beef patty. Is that patty? I think they call it a beef patty. And then that sauce on the side is banging. Let me see if they got. Hold on, I was trying to see if I can find it. Give me a second, y'all. Let me see if I can find it. If I took pictures. Okay, here is the West Hut. Okay, this is the West Hut when I first went. And that's the West Hut. It's a Nigerian food, and in the middle is called jollof rice. They got plantains on there, and the chicken is like just chicken, and then that sauce. That sauce is amazing. The drink, it's a non-alcoholic drink. I forgot what it's called, but it's kind of like a hibiscus, and think hibiscus and ginger is really good. So, That's what I had. Well, I had that, but I didn't do the rice they had today. I did a different rice. Oh, here's a better picture of the beef patty. And that beef patty is amazing. My friend is in Florida. She says they have you can buy the beef patties, and I guess it's also a Jamaican type thing too. So the outer crust of the beef patty is made with, I think somebody said a yams, like they make that crust with yams. It's definitely different because the crust is something. Me and Linda, because Linda went with me today, she like that crust is something she didn't understand because I told her first time I went, I was like, girl, I've been thinking about this dang rice. And we took Joe. Now Joe's Latino, and Joe was like, he's like, Shannon, that's better than Spanish rice. I was like, I tried to tell you, bro, I can't explain it. Um, but it's funny because when I eat the food like from Africa, I kind of laugh to myself because I think the slaves they brought over here, and we kept a lot of our skills. And so when you had the food, I'm thinking to myself, it makes sense that you can tell where we got our skills from for African food. It makes total sense to me. And that's just it just what came to me is that it makes sense that we brought those flavors, we brought that cooking skill over. Like Linda says the tomato base for the rice and that they put on the meat. She says, Shannon, it tastes like something I grew up on from her mom. And I said, it is a familiar flavor. We haven't been able to put our finger on it, but it's something we grew up with. And I said, don't forget though, this is something that when we look at African culture, hello, we brought that with us. They can say whatever they want to say, but we brought it with us. We brought the skills, we brought the food, we brought that capability. And that's why I said a lot of people, some people don't like chitlins. It's a testament to our people that we do chitlins. It's a testament that we can make chitlins good. That we took, the intestines of an animal and turned that crap into a soup that is in reality, it's a delicacy among black folks, and some white folks like it too from the South. So, it's a testament. And then the Latino people do the same thing between tripe, and what I was gonna say, tripe and chitlins. They take it and they do all sorts of things from menudo to they actually saute the chitlins up and they put it into burritos. Phenomenal. Matter of fact, Joe just taught me a dish. He brought it to me. And y'all, it's gonna twist you, it's gonna be twisted. So if y'all like, I don't know if you like fried pork skins, and I'm not talking about the more commercial base. You got to go to your Latino stores or Mexican stores, Spanish stores. But they make them and they're a little more harder and crusty, and it's the skin, skin of the pig, and they fry it. When I forgot there's a different name for them, chicharrones or something like that. Anyway, what he grew up was his mom, and you just think about how people, I think the new young folks call them struggle meals. I don't know, that's not what we grew up with them. It's just, and I never really called it anything other than it was food. And your mama, knew how to stretch out some food and make you have a phenomenal meal. And it wasn't really, when you look at it, it was a poor man's meal. But he told me, he said his mom would take the the pork skins and she saute them, and not like I said, not your traditional like what they got in like your regular grocery stores. You got to go get the thicker ones, and you could tell they're thicker and a little harder. And you could just eat them like that, but they're not as fluffy and as crisp. Like they're crunchy, but they're more. It's more substance to it. That's the best way I can put it. And his mom would take them and she would bring them home and she would saute them in oil. Okay, she saute them in oil, and then she began to add her seasoning. So she add onion, tomato, jalapeno, cilantro, cumin. Then I guess she put a little water in there or whatever, let that kind of steam, and it would become soft. And then it almost like a light stew, but you could take it and I put it in burritos. It was so good the one he made me, I make it myself now. It was good. I was like, whoa, how did you make this? Not hard at all. And when you look at it in the grand scheme, it's cheap. It's not an expensive meal. So it's funny to me. I know they do a lot of rice. And now one thing I noticed, they don't have a lot of bread at the Nigerian restaurants, with the exception of that beef patty pie. Don't have a lot of bread. Most of that stuff is it's made with like I said, yams, a lot of plant stuff or rice. Oh, hey Bob grandson. I'm just up shooting the shiz. I don't know what PJ is doing. I was like, I'll probably do. I don't maybe do one earlier tomorrow because I came in late. A lot of people might be asleep, and I might do one earlier in the day tomorrow. I want to address something that's been bought when, and I'm gonna put this on here because other people might watch it, and then tomorrow I may do one. I was watching a video. Was it yesterday? Yesterday, before yesterday, and I'm curious, and I'm gonna throw it out here on the table, and tomorrow I might do a YouTube on it. The guy said that they did a poll of people. And this is just something that came to mind. And the poll asked how many people felt that we are living in the end of time. Like this is it. We're living in the end of days. He said he gave this really high number, like 80-90% of people felt things as time is up. Okay. So I want to know, and I'll do a video tomorrow, sometime earlier in the afternoon, and I want everybody to think it over. How many people do you do? How many people think that we're at the end of time? And now I'm going to say this too, because this is the other thing he brought up in the video, which was interesting to me. He said that even though people think we're at the end of time, they're not really focused on changing behavior, spiritual anything. And it's just, I don't know if it was even a Christian channel. I don't, because I'd never heard it. It was just in one of my post feeds. He said they're not thinking of anything on a spiritual level. They're not thinking of um, anything of substance. They just, it's like they know it's coming, but I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And I want to know how many people, because I had a conversation with my best friend and I mentioned some things that I see coming. She is not, in my sense, Christian like I am. And it was funny because every time if I get on something, she wants to end the conversation, but then she said something the other day, we're talking, and I said something like, I said, she said, I said, yeah, I said, oh, something about something being a curse. And she said, the whole world is under a curse. And first time I've ever heard her talk in that vein. But again, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to acknowledge anything spiritually above me, nor am I going to seek to learn anything above me. So I want y'all all to think about that. I'm going to go to bed because I just checked in, but do that. And then tomorrow, I may come on a little earlier. And if you guys watch this, we'll talk about it more. Anyway, y'all, 2 and 2, peace. Bye, Mr. PJ.